Yo, if we not here with too many papers, man, go grab your little paper, your pen. Let's tune in.
Okay, due to popular request from you fellow scholars, let's talk about Google DeepMind's new AI video generator called Veo2. Now, look at this. Is this Veo2? It is not. So, what is it then? This is called Video Poet, which was one of the state-of-the-art AI video generators back in the day. Now, what do I mean by saying back in the day? Like 5 plus years ago? No, absolutely not. This was a state of the art video AI less than a year ago. And today we can do this. Whoa! Just look at the difference. Holy mother of papers. The new
It's looking like Dolly, but like a more enhanced version. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like a Dolly that could move, but like got some clear filter put over it. It doesn't look like something on a mechanics level that's like you feel me? Because NVIDIA and Microsoft are working on physics and adding things into simulations for robots. I don't really see the same type of training going on for image generation. You know what I mean? So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know where to go.
VO2 can create videos up to 4K resolution. That is stunning. And I gotta say, I was very surprised by the results that I am going to show you. Now, okay, but we are fellow scholars here, so we have questions. What can it do? What can't it do? How does it work? And, of course, how does it compare to its competitors like OpenAI's Sora? Can this compete? You will get answers to all of.
Oh yeah. I mean, even before he answers this, Flora is a great starting point for film and entertainment. I feel like this is just up there with it. Like I don't feel like it's too far off. I just feel like being the first in this field gives you a leg up. It's similar to OpenAI situation where they're the first text to generation, the first image to generation. You know, like you'll kind of have a leg up in every niche or every space if you're the first because you kind of lead the way when it comes to like technological advancement. Even if the second becomes the one who's more technologically sound. For example, Claude is more technologically sound in terms of use case, like immutable throughout all industries, just because of the context that it could take, and like based on what stats that is giving us. But ChatGPT and OpenAI will always take precedent over what it accomplishes. It may even undermine what Claude accomplishes on a day to day just because they're in conversations with Elon Musk. You know what I mean? So it doesn't surprise me that the owner or founder, one of the founders, Jeff Bezos, is taking a leap at Elon Musk with his new space investment just to give himself kind of like a leverage in this technological advanced world. Like he's doing big things as well, but we only see open AI, Elon Musk, and maybe you might say someone else like Microsoft or Nvidia, but it's definitely not Claude or even Jeff Bezos. Like his name won't pop up at all. So that's just my example of how this example, VO2, is gonna be there. It's definitely gonna be there just because of the fact that it's second or at least third, and positioning is important in this race.
Of these questions. Dear fellow scholars, this is 2 Minute Papers with Dr. Károly Zsolnai Fehér. Now, first, if you are one of our OG fellow scholars, I hope this
Yeah,
says something to you. Oh, yes, I am a
yeah.
computer graphics researcher by trade, and we have tons and tons of simulation programs like this where we have to write the laws of physics into a computer program, and this comes out. Yes, these are all computer simulations. However, today we don't even need to do that. An AI video generator can create all of these pixels by itself, and we only need to add a text prompt. Just look at that quality.
For those that don't really get physics, it's basically like math of life. You feel me? Like just to break it down, like an equation to life, like how the fuck to make soil. Like I don't know how, my nigga, but physics. Like you feel me? Physics. So don't forget that because when it comes to like remaking it, we definitely got to know the equation. You feel me? That's where you're gonna see like equations to this may take 10 million years to solve, but with a computer we might get it in 2, 3 years. That's why, because the equation to life is what we trying to figure out. And that, my nigga, in English, like a term that we all could communicate, that might take 30 to 40 years to figure out that math equation. We ain't that smart. And sometimes we get it wrong multiple times and it may cause a tornado, a hurricane, and do you get where I'm going? This shit get real spiritual after all the computer programming shit is done. Just want to let that be known to the people who's watching the reaction side of it. Cause this simulation look cool in physics and stuff, but y'all not never gonna get it until you understand that physics is the math of life. You get what I mean? So I bet.
Incredible, honey. Much better than the company with the same name. Also, when creating humans, this fellow scholar is super lifelike. I see barely any or no flickering at all, super coherent video. So cool. The usual suspects like a drifting car or animated movies are working superbly. And of course, you can also use this AI to let your imagination run wild and dream up worlds that don't even exist or maybe can't even exist. So good. I am almost ready to believe that this can do absolutely anything. So, can it? Well, no, it is not perfect. It has its own limitations. For instance, when we have this high frequency motion with skateboarding, we have lots
That look
and
fake as
lots.
shit.
This high frequency motion has its
That
own
look fake as
limitations. For
shit. I
instance,
ain't gonna
when we
cap.
have
Look at this shit. This nigga did a kick flip pop shove it.
this high frequency
He is
motion
10
with
feet into the
skateboarding,
air
we
and
have
this hold on, this shit is
for
going
instance,
fast, like
when
it's
we have
glitching through.
this high frequency
Look at this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've never seen no human being do some shit like that. There's no way a human is gonna do that. So you already know certain bits and parts is AI. Even this lamppost, right? Call me a hater. It's bent. You feel me? It's like a little slanted. Lamppost is straight as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You can look at the landscape. You could tell it's like a little bit lumpy. I ain't gonna say it's fake as fuck, but you could definitely do some accusations right then and there. And right here, right here. I don't know if y'all can see my cursor. Y'all probably can't see my cursor. But where the lamppost is back right or top left, the gate's bent. I believe all the gates are bent. Now that could be realistic or not, but like nigga, that should look like a concave polygon, my boy. Like it look like math was off. You feel me? So like I feel like a lot of advanced things aren't really there yet. Don't get me wrong, but
motion with skateboarding, we have lots and lots of temporal coherence issues, which I will explain in a moment. But there
yo,
are
bro,
cases
he
with other
yeah.
high frequency movement with tons and tons of beats here, and this seems really well done to me. Really interesting. Also, sometimes humans come out with a really coarse, low resolution, and it gets worse. Look at that. The face turning away from us is more like
Ah,
morphing into the back
that look like Lord of the Rings.
of the head. And if we look behind the shoulder of this woman, oh yes, the 2 minute papers special. That is object permanence issues. Something appears, and when we see it again, it becomes something else. Okay, but we have two more questions to go. How does all this wizardry work? Well, the architecture they use for this is called a diffusion transformer model. Okay, but what does that mean? Well, when you do text to image, the model starts out from a bunch of noise and over time reorganizes this noise to make it resemble your text prompt. However, here we are talking about video, not just one image. So easy, just do it many times after each other, right? No, 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 not at all. You see, if you do that, you get something like this. You get this flickering effect because the neural network does not remember well enough what images it made previously, and the differences show up as flickering. You can't do
So basically, if memory is achieved, you can basically have an easier
this.
process of
What you
making
need to do
images.
is create not not just one bunch of noise, but many, many bunches and refine them at the same time while taking into consideration not just their neighbors, but every single image. This is how you get long term temporal coherence, and this is why we have these consistency problems we just talked about. It is getting better and better over time, but it is still there. Now, it's good to look at these results, but how does it compare to its competitors? And now, hold on to your papers, fellow scholars, and oh my goodness, look at
Nah,
that.
that's
I would say it is heavily favored against its
OVGen.
competitors,
Mini
especially
Max.
against the amazing Sora. That is a stunning result. Wow. But it gets better. This was about overall quality, but in terms of prompt adherence, wow, it is also doing extraordinarily well. This is where scientists
Things with that is like, yeah, that's cool data, but what data is it being trained on? Like for me, I do live streams on me trying to train my Jarvis. I got the updated version of Jarvis. I could be on here saying Jarvis could outperform Quinn B. You get what I mean? But honestly, it can't because when I actually try to run it and start it, the shit talks in parentheses, commas, and periods. You know what I mean? But to who you might present the data set to, a nigga might think that's magic to him. That might be all he needs in his system. So we gotta get a clear, cohesive measurement when it comes to like what's better, what's not better. And this is just based off of my experience. I could just go on the air and say this shit.
test how closely the videos are following your text prompts. Super important because something can look amazing but not be what you asked for at all. This is not the case here. It is also interesting how the results correlate with the quality as well. Now, note that this is not from a peer reviewed study, so, of course, every wise fellow scholar like you applies a small grain of salt here. I wanted to try it out too, and yes. Maybe you fellow scholars will have try it out too, and
That's funny.
yes, maybe you fellow scholars will have better luck with it. There is a link in the description, so please let me know in the comments below. And to think that this was possible less than a year ago, and now this. It is unbelievable how
Aw.
far we have come. There is so much to be excited about in the near future. What a time to be alive! What do you fellow scholars think? Let me know in the comments below.
Honestly, I think that the AI race is like fierce. So I don't really think that a lot of things are new. I just think that new features are being added at an exponentially fast. Think of it like this. If JavaScript was to give you constant updates every minute or every hour. That's what I feel like the AI space is right now. Like we got an NPM library that's famous right now. You get what I mean? Like it's just adding more features to the library that it's working in. And that's how I feel about Sora and some of these AI technologies that's just revamping what's already been given. Like that new age tech feeling, it's dimming away. There's not a lot of technological advancements. The only thing that's like great for the community is people like 2 Minute Papers presenting it to us in I guess, a truthful manner. Because misinformation is a bitch in this time period. Excuse my language, but like you do a great job, and yeah, I really do appreciate your work. You already know the drill, guys. Another banger. Thank you. Have a great day. Another banger, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I see you guys in the next one.